Team size and field layout. Rugby Union and Rugby League both unfold on similar-looking fields, but the details make all the difference. Union teams have 15 players on each side, while League trims the number down to 13. Those two missing players, usually one forward and one back, make a huge difference in how the game flows. Union is more congested. League, with fewer players, opens up space and increases speed. The pitch dimensions are similar, around 100 meters long and 70 meters wide, but League fields often feel more open because of the reduced player count. League also marks every 10 meters across the field, a feature crucial for tackle resets. Union, meanwhile, has unique zones like the 22-meter line, used to define certain kicking and defending rules. Tackle count and possession. Possession rules might be the biggest on-field difference. Rugby League uses a 6-tackle rule. Each team gets 6 tackles to either score or gain territory. On the 6th tackle, possession automatically turns over, so teams plan set moves accordingly, often ending with a kick to pin the opposition deep or force an error. Union has no tackle count. A team can retain possession for 20, 30 or even 40 phases, as long as they maintain control and avoid infractions. This leads to a more strategic, slow-burning build-up. While League forces action every 6 plays, Union allows for patient, grinding possession that can either lead to brilliance or complete gridlock. Breakdown and tackle rules. After a player is tackled, both games handle the situation very differently. In Union, the breakdown becomes a ruck. Players pile in, trying to win or protect possession. It's messy, strategic, and often controversial, with constant referee decisions about legality, entry angles, and ball control. Every ruck is a potential turnover or penalty, which raises the tension significantly. League simplifies it entirely. After a tackle, the player must stand up, face their team's goal line, and roll the ball back with their foot. No contest, the defending team retreats 10 meters. This play-the-ball rule speeds up the game and eliminates much of the messiness associated with Union's rucks. It's cleaner, but also more predictable. Scrums and lineouts. Scrums still exist in both codes, but their importance and nature are night and day. In Union, scrums are a big deal. 8 players lock heads in a contest of raw strength and coordination. The scrum is a genuine battle for possession, and penalties can swing momentum or decide entire matches. League scrums, however, are more ceremonial than competitive. 6 players form up, but there's rarely a contest. The ball is usually fed straight to the team putting it in. It's a reset tool, not a battlefield. They rarely impact the outcome of the game. Union also has lineouts, another chance to compete. When the ball goes out of bounds, players line up, jump, and contest the throw-in. It's a skillful, strategic part of the game, often used to set up attacking platforms. League doesn't use lineouts at all. If the ball goes out, play restarts via a tap or scrum, depending on the situation. Scoring systems. Scoring also differs. In Union, a try is worth 5 points, a conversion kick is 2, and both penalty kicks and drop goals are 3 points. That means teams can choose to chase tries or take points through accurate goal kicking. It creates a chess match of decisions. Go for the corner or kick for 3. League values tries a bit differently. A try is worth 4 points, conversions still add 2, but penalty goals and drop goals are worth 2 and 1 points respectively. This setup pushes teams to aim for more tries rather than relying on penalties. The lower drop goal value also means fewer last-minute desperation kicks and more attacking plays. Kicking strategies. Kicking in both codes is crucial, but its purpose varies. In Union, kicking is used tactically to gain territory, test the defense under high balls, or force lineouts. A well-placed kick into the 22-meter zone can shift momentum or lead to attacking lineouts. League is more direct. Because of the 6-tackle rule, the 5th tackle often ends with a kick. These are usually grubber kicks to chase, bombs to test handling, or long punts for territory. It's fast, planned, and consistent, more formulaic than the improvisational style seen in Union. Defensive structures. Defense in Rugby League is rigid and systemized. Players retreat 10 meters after each tackle, forming a new defensive line. The aim is to stop the offense's next play before it begins. With only 6 tackles, defenses are drilled to anticipate specific patterns and close gaps quickly. Union's defense is more reactive. Players stay close, contest rucks, and often operate with fewer set patterns. The chaotic nature of breakdowns means defenders need to think on the fly and react in real time. It's more fluid, but also harder to systemize across all phases of play. Substitutions and fatigue management. Union teams have 8 replacements. Once a player is subbed off, they usually can't return, except in specific injury cases. This makes substitution timing strategic. Coaches often hold replacements for the last 20 minutes to bring on finishers who can break tired defenses. League uses an interchange system. Teams can make up to 10 interchanges, rotating players on and off multiple times. This keeps players fresher, maintains intensity, and encourages high-paced action throughout the match. You won't see the same type of drop-off in energy as Union sometimes shows in the final 10 minutes. Use of technology and refereeing. League embraced technology early. Video referees are common, used to confirm tries and check foul play. Calls are made quickly, and games maintain a strong flow. League's simpler rules reduce stoppages and subjectivity. Union uses TMOs, television match officials too, but with more interruptions and more referee discretion, especially during breakdowns. Union matches often see longer stoppages as referees explain decisions. The complexity of laws often causes frustration for fans unfamiliar with them, despite the drama it can create. Pacing and ball-in-play time. Because of all these differences, tackles, breakdowns, scrums and set pieces, Union matches average less ball-in-play time. The average is around 35 to 40 minutes per match. In contrast, League games average over 50 minutes of ball-in-play time due to their continuous nature and structured resets. That doesn't mean one is better than the other. Union's pauses add drama and depth, while League's continuity delivers adrenaline and momentum. Fans may gravitate toward one code or the other, but those who understand both know it's not a rivalry. It's two entirely different sporting philosophies sharing the same DNA. Global reach and popularity. Rugby Union and Rugby League have carved different global footprints. Rugby Union is played in over 100 countries and has been a staple of the Olympics, World Cup and Six Nations. Nations like New Zealand, South Africa, England, France and Australia have deep-rooted union traditions that stretch back more than a century. Rugby League, while still international, has a more concentrated presence. It thrives in parts of England, Australia, New Zealand and Papua New Guinea, the only country where league is the national sport. The Rugby League World Cup exists, but its reach and commercial impact don't compare to the Rugby Union World Cup, which draws millions of viewers across the globe. Union's inclusion in the Olympics, via Rugby Sevens, has further expanded its visibility. League's popularity is more regional, but intensely loyal. In places like Sydney or Northern England, League is more than a sport. It's part of the local identity. Union, however, carries broader global appeal, especially in former British colonies, where it was introduced as part of imperial culture. Cultural perception and class divide. Historically, Rugby Union and Rugby League were not just divided by rules, but by class. Union was seen as the sport of the upper and middle classes, public schools, universities and military officers. It was associated with formality, amateurism and tradition. League, in contrast, was born from a working-class revolt. In 1895, Northern English clubs broke away from the Rugby Football Union over broken time payments, compensation for players who missed work. These clubs formed what would become Rugby League. That cultural split still echoes today. In many regions, Union is tied to privilege and legacy, while League is seen as the game of the people. This divide has softened in recent decades, especially as both sports professionalized and commercialized, but the cultural residue remains. When you attend a match or listen to fans, you'll often hear the difference in tone, values and even commentary style of play and entertainment value. Rugby Union tends to emphasize territory, possession and strategic kicking. It has more set pieces, scrums, lineouts and rucks, which means it often unfolds in bursts of action, followed by moments of setup and recalibration. For some that's slow, for others it's dramatic and tactical. Rugby League is faster, simpler and more continuous. The six-tackle rule forces teams to make decisions quickly, which keeps the game flowing. Fewer stoppages mean more ball-in-play time. This speed and clarity make League more accessible to newcomers. League's big hits, clean lines and rapid breaks give it a highlight reel quality that resonates well with TV audiences. However, Union's complexity also rewards long-time fans. It's a game of layers. Watching a team grind out phases to win a penalty, then go for the corner and orchestrate a maul is a narrative in itself. So, while League might win on pace, Union often wins on plot. Media coverage and broadcasting, Rugby Union dominates media coverage globally. The Six Nations, Rugby Championship and Rugby World Cup draw massive broadcast contracts and viewership. Union matches are often covered by major outlets and analysts. Stadiums fill up and broadcast deals span continents. League has strong viewership in its core markets, especially Australia's State of Origin series, which is among the country's most watched sporting events. The Super League in the UK and NRL in Australia offer high-quality production and loyal followings, but their reach remains regional compared to Union's global footprint. In terms of visual presentation, League often embraces innovation, mic'd-up referees, real-time stats, and fan-oriented camera angles. Union, especially at the international level, leans toward classic coverage, maintaining the gravitas of a traditional sport. Governance and structure. Rugby Union is governed globally by World Rugby. Its centralized structure oversees everything from laws of the game to World Cup hosting rights. Union has a more standardized approach to international competition and player eligibility, though disputes still arise. Rugby League has a more fragmented governance system. The Rugby League International Federation oversees international play, but domestic leagues like the NRL NRL and Super League operate independently. This can lead to inconsistencies in scheduling, player movement, and rule enforcement between competitions. This difference impacts the sport's growth. Union's unified structure has allowed it to market globally, while League's disjointed administration can make it harder to coordinate international tournaments or media campaigns. Financial ecosystems and player salaries. Money works differently in Union and League. Rugby Union, especially at the top level, now offers competitive salaries thanks to international exposure, club revenues, and endorsements. Players like Antoine Dupont, Maro Itoje, and Bowden Barrett are global stars earning significant sums. Rugby League's biggest salaries are found in Australia's NRL. Players like Nathan Cleary or James Tedesco earn top-tier wages, but the pool is smaller. Outside the NRL, salaries can vary widely, and many players take on off-field jobs or rely on shorter contracts. Union clubs often have larger stadiums, more merchandising deals, and deeper investor pockets, but League's tightly run clubs, especially in Australia, are efficient machines with strong grassroots connections, global tournaments, and competitive depth. Rugby Union has more international tournaments, with tiered competition from Tier 1 nations down to emerging rugby countries. The World Cup features 20 teams, and even countries like Georgia, Japan, and Uruguay get global attention every 4 years. Union also has sevens tournaments, women's competitions, and club-level Champions Cups that cross national borders. League's international scene is narrower, the World Cup has fewer teams, and is often dominated by Australia, New Zealand, and England. However, there's growth in nations like Tonga, Samoa, and Papua New Guinea. The Pacific Islands have injected new energy into League's international picture. Still, Union offers more competitive diversity and a broader platform for small nations to shine. League is trying to catch up, but structural and financial barriers remain. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel,